We begin with the return of Kevin Durant to the Brooklyn lineup last night after missing 23 games with that strained left hamstring. KD checked into the game for the first time with about 7.5 minutes left in the second quarter. By the half, the Nets had 79 points and a 20-point lead. Durant only played 19 minutes, but boy, was it a 19-minute stretch. He shot a perfect 5-for-5 from the floor, 5-for-5 from the line, a total of 17 points. And afterward, KD talked about his mentality coming into this game.
I expected to come out here and play the way I played. I wasn't trying to ease into the game. I just wanted to go out there and dive right into the action. Whatever coach throws at me, I got to be prepared for it. And I'm sure he's going to try to toss some curveballs at me and see how I handle it. And I'm looking forward to it.
So, Brian, you and I have talked about this over the years so many times. KD comes back from injury like pretty much no one else in the NBA. He never seems to need to ramp up. What is your reaction to this, quote, perfect game from him after missing 23 games?
Yeah, that's, what he said about it, it sounded a little bit, arrogant, saying he expected to play that way. Well, so did I. I mean, he's never out of shape. And his jump shot, which is the basis of his game, is so efficient and effortless, and he's got such incredible length that it's very easy for him to get into rhythm. It's really remarkable. There's not many people who are built like this or have the skills like this. And so he is built to be able to return from injury, which is why I'm not worried at all about the lack of time that he's had with his new teammates. He is able to adapt, and he's able to play at a very high level very quickly. It's one of the great things about his asset package.
B's absolutely right, Rach, because when you watch Kevin Durant last night, he looked just like the old Kevin Durant. And it was so interesting to me, listen, Blake Griffin after that game, he goes, yeah, he was pretty awesome. It's pretty easy to play with a guy like that. Steve Nash said the same thing. Everybody can find a way to be better alongside Kevin Durant. He makes everyone better just by being out there. When he's hitting shots like he normally does, and he did last night, he makes that team a legit title contender. And it doesn't matter how much time he misses. As soon as he steps on the floor, he's ready to go again, and he looks like his old self.
And, Nick, you covered KD. He was with the Warriors. What did you see about the way his game meshed around Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, that you think applies with Kyrie, Irving, and James Harden?
The biggest key to me is how smart all of those players are, Ray, so you just named. Mm-hmm. Smart players can always figure it out. And, of course, last night I'm watching that game through the Warriors lens, and everybody's going, why aren't the Warriors the same? They lost Kevin Durant. They lost Kevin Durant. Put Kevin Durant around Kyrie Irving and James Harden. They're going to figure it out. Their basketball IQs are off the charts. He's enjoying playing the game again. I think he enjoys being with this group. And it's obvious when you watch and listen to him how much fun he's having right now playing basketball.
Yeah, I think one thing about the Nets what's so remarkable is their three stars really have meshed so much faster than any of these manufactured big threes that we've seen in the last decade. And it really shouldn't be that way because all three of them, have some of the same skill sets. All three of them like to have the ball, like to put the ball on the court. But Durant is the leader here. And the way he's approached this is this exact attitude, which is, I'm going to come in with confidence and we're going to work together and we're going to be fine. And it is worn off on his teammates, even though he's barely played with them. And so when you see him come into a game like this, and look, they had the huge advantage in this one, even though they were missing James Harden. They were playing at home. They were playing a team that in the Pelicans that isn't great on defense. But the way he approached this whole game is an indication of the way that the Nets have approached this whole season. And that is one of the reasons why they are the favorite to win the East and have a great chance to win the title this year.
Yeah, look, there's only been 7 games that all 3 of their stars have played together since James Harden was traded on January 14th. It is April. It is April, and they've only played 7 games together. But again, you look at what they are able to do when just 2 of their 3 stars are in the lineup. And again, Nick, you saw this when KD was with Golden State. You don't necessarily need all 3. If you have a couple, apparently you're doing pretty well in Brooklyn.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.